Howdy-o, fifth graders! So this week we are working on antonyms. These are words that have the opposite meaning. They are not equal to each other. Now I wanted to show you that this is in our RWW as well. So we are working on words and we are identifying synonyms and antonyms. This is a big fifth grade standard actually. So the relationship between synonyms or antonyms in a sentence or paragraph can help you better understand the meaning of each word. Again, synonyms are words with the same or similar meanings, and antonyms are words with opposite meanings. So let's look at an example from How Mighty Kate Stopped the Train. So when I read this phrase, if a boulder was in her path on page 239, maybe I'm not sure what this word means, the word boulder. But in the next sentence, I read, she just picked up that rock. Rock is a synonym for boulder. So since the story is exaggerated, a boulder must be a rock. So let's reread. When she went walking through the woods, if a boulder was in her path, she never stepped around it. She just picked up that rock, tossed it aside, and sauntered along her way. So we can tell here that a boulder is a type of rock because it says she doesn't just pick it up, she doesn't just step around it. She actually picks it up and tosses it. So since the next sentence, it gives a little bit more detail. She just picked up that rock referring to the boulder, tosses it aside. Now, a boulder is generally a really big rock. It's usually bigger than sometimes it could be bigger than a person and is usually super heavy and would be impossible for an average person to pick up, but not for Mighty Kate. So then knowing that rock and boulder are synonyms, if a boulder is a big rock, what might be the antonym for it? What is an opposite word? So maybe an opposite word or an antonym could be a pebble, a tiny pebble, right? Or a little river pebble, something very, very small. So then this week we're going to look at these words that are in the text and find the antonyms for them. So if we look at the word thunderous on page 239, let's look here, page 239. So let's look at the text and look at the context and see what thunderous could mean. One night when Mighty Kate was right near 15 years old, a powerful storm struck outside her home. The wind and rain raged so hard that homes shook in fear, and trees ran for their lives. From their window, Mighty Kate saw a work train crossing Creek Bridge. Suddenly there was a thunderous crash. The loud noise caused the weeping willows to weep so hard that their tears flooded the entire area. So here's a sentence with thunderous in it. Suddenly there was a thunderous crash. The loud noise. So look how the next sentence says the loud noise. So that means a thunderous crash must be a loud noise. It has the word thunder in it, and we know that thunder and lightning are really loud and a little bit scary sometimes. So if a thunderous crash is loud, what is the antonym for this? What is the antonym or the opposite word for thunderous? So if it's not thunderous, what is it? Okay, you're going to answer that in the Google form. I want to review yesterday's because some children made errors. So yesterday's sentences were these. The feeble man could not move the chair. Okay, so I'm analyzing the sentence. If someone is feeble and they cannot move the chair, that means they must be weak, right? They're not strong. So if they're kind of weak, that's the synonym. What is the antonym for that? The antonym would be strong, because a strong person could move it. Maybe they're weak from illness or they're weak from age, but weak is a synonym, strong is the antonym. We're looking for antonyms. Let's look at the next one. The rambunctious child would not sit still. Okay, So if someone is rambunctious and they cannot sit still, this means that they're kind of wild, they're going a little bit crazy, they're active, they cannot sit still, right? So that means a synonym would be smart, disobedient, wild, or calm. Well, the synonym means they're wild, right? That makes sense. The wild child would not sit still. Okay, so then I need an antonym. What is the opposite meaning of rambunctious or wild? That means they are smart? No. Disobedient? No. Calm. Yes, they are calm. So the antonym for rambunctious is calm. So if you're not rambunctious, you are calm. If you are not feeble, that means you are strong. You're not weak. That means you're strong. So again, children, we're looking for antonyms. So what I do is I read the sentence and I think about what it means. And sometimes a synonym is the meaning. Then when I have the meaning and I try to think of what is opposite of that for the antonym. Opposite. Okay, fifth graders? So good luck on your word work and the antonym work that's coming up next.